September 5th against the #1 contender in my division, Rich Cronkleton. He's definitely a contender in the division for a reason. He's on a good win streak, just like I am. I'm looking forward to it. I've been training hard for it. I haven't fought since January, so it's been a good time span, about 6 months. I had an injury that I sustained my last fight in January. I had time to recover, recoup, and sit around and just think about, wow, this is something that I've made a very good living doing. I love doing it, and now I'm like, all right, let's do this. I'm ready to get back in there. I'm hungry. I've been spending money like it's going out of style, like a rock star, so I'm ready for a paycheck. Yeah. I mean, when I got signed to WEC, the UFC is the one that sent me the contract. So I was, under the intention that, hey, this is my UFC shot. Then they sent me things that, hey, you're gonna fight for the belt in WEC. I took that as, hey, you can call what you want, KFC or whatever you want. As long as you pay me, hey, I'll fight anywhere. So I'm ready to fight anybody. Stack up the victims if you want.
What are your thoughts on that, the last fight? I mean, Shirk and Franca test positive?
I mean, hey, if that's how you're going to get your edge, you're going to get popped. And that's a big chance to take when you got the belt. A lot of people are looking up to you. There's a lot of kids out there now that are going, wow, oh, that's how he's so good. He does steroids. And it's still alleged. You can't say anybody's really done it just yet. They didn't pass the test, but that's not my style. I mean, that's how you're going to get your edge. Maybe you should do WWF or something. Well, fighting is not conducive to using anabolic steroids. It just doesn't work. You build muscle, you're gonna need oxygen for that muscle. It's not really, it's working against you. You're messing with your own hormones. I wouldn't say it's good for anything. If you're gonna be a bodybuilder and that's what you want to do, you want to damage your body and your mind, go right ahead. But this sport, it's human chess. Not only do you have to be a physical athlete, but you have to be very mental, sharp. It's a lot of different little games put all together. So, steroids is not the place for mixed martial arts. Now, I'm going, it's hands-on with all my buddies. It's all, grappling, high-speed stuff. That, stuff that everybody wants to take me down. Hey, this guy's good on his feet, let's take him down. Yeah, well, it's easier said than done.
Can you talk about this group you have assembled here? Because that looked very intense.
I got Tiki Dawson. He's my head chief corner guy. He's also my best friend. He's seasoned UFC guy. I got Randy Bowers. He's an awesome grappler. He's also an active fighter right now at 145 and 155. He's very good on his back as well with jiu-jitsu. I got Zach Light, who's an awesome wrestler. He also fights NHB. He's an Iowa wrestler. Aaron Tohill, my boxing coach. He also fights MMA. Awesome with the hands, putting together combinations, defense drills for my feet. Wow. Tito Ortiz comes in periodically, we're homies, so he spits out some stuff. He usually works my corners.
What got you into fighting? You said you liked it, but what got you into it?
I was in high school. I was doing the couch tour. I left my home when I was like 14, and I was living with all my buddies. We were all kind of doing our thing, getting in trouble. And I was always kind of trying to, I guess I had something to prove as a kid. Hey, I stay on your couch. We'll hang out, we'll go skateboard and stuff. I'll back you up and get in a fight. Well, that kind of just led into, hey, I do it for a living. Right time, right place. I was 16 at the gym, lifting weights with my friends. They had a bag, started hitting the bag. And I was like, wow, this is fun. And the instructor walked by, kickboxing guy, and said, hey, you got a pretty good kick. That just planted the seed, and after that, it just, that positive reinforcement to a kid who was so aggressive, it meant the world to me, and that just, made my whole career just go nuts.
Didn't you originally think kickboxing was going to be bigger than mixed martial arts?
I did. When I first started, it was kickboxing. And I did a little amateur boxing with Jesse Reed, just to sharpen my hands to make my kickboxing better. I figured if I can go throw hands with these guys, then I can throw kicks with everyone else. I had a couple fights. I went to Thailand, and I was like, wow, this is how these guys really kickbox. So I was like, this is gonna be the way of the future. And there was guys like Maurice Smith and stuff who were way older doing kickboxing, and I became friends with them, and they're like, yeah, it's Ultimate Fighting thing to take off. And I'm like, no way, dude. And now these guys know way more. They were way older than I was, and I'm like, they could be onto something, they could not. But I went to high school with Tito Ortiz, and he was doing UFC. He came back from college. He's like, we should collaborate our skills. You're doing kickboxing, I'm doing wrestling. And I was never really into it. That stuff doesn't look that cool, dude. It looks kind of gay. A lot of rolling around and stuff. I'm not into it. And then, just working the corners, going to fights. I was still competing in the kickboxing. I realized, hey, I'm getting older. I need to pay my bills. I want to have a house. I want to have a family. UFC stuff seems to be paying the bills for Tito, and he's like, get in there, dude. I'm telling you, get in there. You can make some money. And so I did, and it just kind of, all my friends, everybody pushing each other. You know, you're not going to take me down. You can't submit me. When you're surrounded by the best guys in the world, you know what I mean? It kind of just puts your level of competition way through the roof, so that if I walked away having a bad day at the gym, it was probably the best day someone's ever had of training.